Have you ever wondered what's involved in a total redesign of an existing space? Over a 10-week time frame, my team and I customize and transform an entire kitchen and master suite. We documented the whole experience so we could share it with you. I hope you enjoy it.
Greetings, my friends. I'm Shane Lanning, the founder and CEO of Legend Design Build. We're standing outside of our most recent remodel where we're completely transforming a family's home. Starting with a complete redesign in the kitchen. We'll start by removing the bearing wall that separates the family room from the kitchen to create more of an open concept. Next, moving into the master suite, we've completely reconfigured the layout of the bathroom to build a wet room with dual showers. And one of the things that was really important to my client on this build was an expanded bathtub. And to give the wet room a spa-like feel, we're going to finish it off with a natural look of bamboo.
We came into it not knowing exactly what we wanted, and that was one of our favorite things about working with Shane, is that we just needed a professional that could help us come up with a plan. We didn't know what would fit where. We were wanting to take out a wall, so we didn't know if that was even possible. And so we were really impressed that he came with different ideas and listened to us. I am most excited about having a new bathroom. We have a double sink right now, but our shower is really small. So I'm really looking forward to having kind of the concept of a wet room and having it more open. And there will be 2 shower heads, so no more sharing. So at the very beginning, it's really overwhelming to try to find a good company. And so we felt really at ease just knowing that he had a lot of experience and just seeing other customers that he's actually worked with and seeing what their end results were. And that's what made us really excited to do this to our house also.
Following our initial consultation and once we've decided to move forward in design, one of the first things that I do is a comprehensive measure of the space. And we bring all that data back here to the studio and input it into our system where we determine the feasibility and practicality and functionality of the design, make sure everything's going to work in the space that we have to work with. With a total redesign of the bathroom space and removing load-bearing walls in the kitchen, it was very important that we input all these measurements to make sure that everything's going to flow and we have all the proper clearances that we need. Looking at the floor plan for the bathroom, this entire design is nearly built around an oversized bathtub. So we pretty much started there and created the space for the tub and needed to make sure that there was enough room for a dual shower, incorporate a bench, and dual vanities with a linen tower, of course the toilet, all the things that go into the bathroom. This allows me to lay it all out and decide where everything goes, down to where we want to place the light switches, to make sure that everything fits and there's enough room to walk through with your arms full, just to really make sure that the whole project is going to flow. The family has to stay here through all this construction. So to protect them and the home's occupants, we utilize these dust barriers throughout the house, along with HEPA filtration equipment to control the airborne pollutants. The objective of our design is to create a modern farmhouse-style kitchen and bathroom with elements of a spa in the wet room. But before we can do any of that, we have to demo.
Now at first glance, it might look like we just hired some strong guys to come in and start tearing things apart. But what you don't see is that before we can go crazy with demolition, we first have to make everything safe for removal. And that means bringing in the mechanical contractors ahead of time to disable any plumbing, electrical, or ventilation that will be disrupted during construction.
So with the wall out of the way, creates a ton of space inside of this kitchen. This design calls for floor-to-ceiling cabinets. We've relocated the appliances to the other side of the wall. And in their place is going to be a 12-foot peninsula with an oversized apron sink to really complement that modern farmhouse feel. We're standing in what used to be the master closet. This is going to become our wet room. It's a his and hers shower with a rain head centered above. There'll also be a hand shower with a full-length bench that we're creating in our workshop out of bamboo. We've custom built 2 shaker-style floating vanities, and we'll wrap the wall behind with shiplap. Another thing we're really excited about is the bathtub. It was really important to my client to have the biggest bathtub that we could fit in the space. So we had an oversized tub fabricated for this design. We're wrapping the whole thing in bamboo for that spa-like feel. Now follow me into what will become the master closet. So we're standing in what used to be the mechanical room in the garage. We blew out this exterior wall and framed a floor structure to create an additional 70 square feet in what will become a beautiful custom walk-in closet. We have one more stud to put in place, but before we can do that, we've got to bring in that big oversized bathtub deck, and that's what we're going to do next. We're going to install the bathtub today. That's usually a pretty straightforward process. However, this one comes with some unique challenges, mostly due to its size. Because it's so big and because it's built into an alcove, we're unable to just carry it in and drop it into the hole. We want to be really careful not to damage the tub, and we also have to protect the finish of the bamboo that wraps the deck. So what I've elected to do is rig up an electric hoist from the ceiling joist above. And this way we can lift it up in the air and gently lower it down into place. Once we're finished with the bathtub, the cabinets should be arriving soon after, and we'll start installing those.
This monster tub deck was pre-assembled in our workshop so I could apply and finish the bamboo wrap off-site. Once we set it in place and made sure everything was level, we could then go ahead and install the bathtub once and for all. With the framing still exposed, we filled the whole underside of the deck with a closed-cell spray foam to lock everything in place with a secure bedding and to provide an air-sealed insulation around it to stop all that water from cooling too quickly. Cabinet delivery day is one of my favorite parts of every project. Our cabinets are custom built and have one of the longer lead times of all the products we use, so it's always exciting when they finally arrive. When the cabinetry is installed, I can really start to see a design come together and get a feel of what the finished product will look like. These cabinets are built to spec, which allows us to design them to the nearest 1/8 inch and really take advantage of every bit of available space. They're all solid wood construction with 3/4 UV plywood interiors and soft maple doors and face frames with a durable dull rub varnish for a beautiful satin finish.
With our tub deck installed, we were able to move forward with our mechanicals, got all the electrical and the plumbing in the walls, a little bit of insulation. We could start closing the walls with drywall. Our process calls for a couple different rounds of paint, so we got a little color on the walls as the cabinets were being delivered. We're doing the final touches on waterproofing the walls, getting those ready for tile. We have a tile backsplash happening in the kitchen as well, a nice herringbone pattern, but we can't do the tile in the kitchen until after the stone has arrived. We're ahead of schedule at the moment, which is always nice, and these homeowners have been a dream to work for. It's been a really pleasant environment. Everybody's happy. So far, we haven't had any problems on this job. So here we are in the workshop. I've already started assembling what will be the bamboo shower bench. All that's left to do with these is to trim them to length and one final coat of sealer, and then we're ready to install them.
This product I'm using to seal the bamboo is a plant-based oil finish without any toxic drying agents. We wanted something non-toxic with a low VOC that would protect the bamboo without any of the chemical off-gassing.
I've got the bench components assembled and ready for install, but I've got a lot more work to do on the rest of the bamboo, a few more things to finish and put together. Once I'm through, we're going to take it over to the project and get it all installed. Cabinets are in, the counters are installed, and we've wrapped up the tile in the wet room. Now we're moving on to the bamboo features we've been working on. When these vanity cabinets arrived, we noticed a slight issue with the way they were built. When you do a floating vanity, even with the vessel bowl sink, the drawer boxes are typically a bit narrow inside to accommodate for the drain and P-trap below. As you can see, these have full width drawer boxes. So with a slight modification to the box itself and perfect alignment down the center of the cabinet with the drain, we were able to maintain functionality of these drawers. All right, it's our last day on this build. We're wrapping up this project. We got a little bit of tile work, finish up the grout, and some touch-up paint. So we got all new appliances in here. In addition to that, everything has moved. The layout has been completely redesigned. We moved the stove over to the other side. We moved the refrigerator to the other side. The sink is shifted down, and let's go look at the master suite. So I'm standing in what used to be garage space. Just a few feet in front of me was the old exterior wall. We blew that out and pushed into the garage, borrowed some of that square footage in order to create this beautiful master closet. We hired a closet designer to come in and outfit it with all of these accessories. I think it came out really beautiful, and it has all of the space that the homeowner was looking for inside the master closet. So the vanities in the bathroom might be my favorite part for what we were trying to achieve with this modern farmhouse style. With the wall-mounted faucets, the vessel bowl sink, floating vanity with inset drawers, the hanging pendants, and of course the shiplap. All of it came together really beautifully. Now let's go this way. I'll show you the best part in the wet room. So here's a finished look at our custom-built bathtub. You'll remember that the key feature in the bathroom, in the wet room here for the homeowner, was that she had to have a gigantic bathtub. So we had this one fabricated. We couldn't find one this size. So we ended up having to have this one built and brought it in and set it in place. And this is where we really got to get creative with the bamboo finishes. You can see that it lines the back of the niches. We've wrapped the whole tub deck in it, and it's featured up this wall as well. I like how the pendants have a natural wood component to them too. Let's have a look at the showers. So we did a his and hers shower setup here, along with this custom bench that we built in our workshop out of, you guessed it, bamboo. It's also in the niches here, just like over there. It really ties in the look. It gives us that natural wood feel that we wanted to have, you know, as part of the design. I think it's a really elegant choice. It gives it a real spa feel inside of here. And the matte black fixtures tie it all together. So we've got a standard shower setup here with a diverter that switches to a rain shower from above. This one controls the hand shower here as well. So we've got all kinds of different options for bathing in the wet room.
My favorite part about the remodel is definitely the shower. Before the remodel, our shower was a small, like, square one that you walked into with the door, and so now it is just so open and spacious, and we have double shower heads. That is definitely the best part of the remodel, and we feel like it looks like a spa in there. My favorite thing about the kitchen is definitely where we removed the wall. Before, when I was in the kitchen, like cooking or cleaning, I couldn't see what was going on. I couldn't see the kids in the living room. And so now that the wall is gone, it's just so much more open, and I love that. Living in the house during the remodel was something that I was most worried about, but surprisingly, it really hasn't been that big of a deal. They kind of stay in their own area. They put up the plastic walls to prevent the dust from traveling to the rest of the house. And so it's really not been nearly as bad as I had anticipated. I would definitely use Legend again. My very favorite thing was just that we came in not knowing what we wanted. We just knew we weren't happy with the design of our house. So they came up with several ideas, and even when we thought we had picked one, Shane came back and was like, wait, I think I might have one that's even a little bit better. And that's the one that we went with. So just the whole design process has gone so smooth and just taken a lot of the pressure off of us. They just show up and do their thing, and it's awesome. If I had a friend thinking about getting a remodel, I would say go for it and do it. It is worth the time. It went by way faster than I thought, and then you'll be so happy that you did it and have your home exactly how you want it to make memories with your family.
So if you'd like to learn more about our process, or if you have a project you think we might be able to help you out with, just look us up, legenddesignbuild.com. We'd be happy to chat with you. Well, my friends, that's a wrap. We're finished here. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.